A lot of what we teach in our style of play has to do with perimeter actions. You also have to have an inside presence. You have to have an inside game. Here's one way that we can get an inside game. So the basketball's here in this position. We got a winger over here. We do a dribble at. If we do a dribble at this kid, she comes down to the block, usually above the block, and she posts up. This kid brings the basketball to the wing. So now that it's at the wing, the dribbler brings it over there. We have a post player, and we have the basketball on the wing. Now we look for an inside pass. And we'll have done different drills to try and get that ball passed inside. When the basketball gets passed inside, the person who passes a basketball, they can either relocate on the perimeter or they can execute what we call a Laker cut. And a Laker cut is, if the ball's right in the middle, you may have a choice of cutting baseline or you may have a choice of cutting middle. If you're open, you're going to get the ball back. If the post player posts high and you pass the basketball high, your Laker cut is going to the baseline. If the low post player gets it low, your Laker cut would be going to the basket. So it's the same pass and cut concept, only now it's with the ball into the post player. And if we can get it out, get it to the cutter on the Laker cut, then we'll give it to her. If she doesn't get it, all right, exit to the corner. Head under the basket, yes, preferred. Head under the basket, exit to the corner. Here's something very interesting that we had to do with our players is we kept asking them to do a Laker cut, and sometimes they'd forget or they stayed in whatever pass and cut mode they were in. So one day in practice, our assistant coach said to the girls, and these are high school age kids, said, whoever on whichever team does the Laker cut first, I'm going to give you a Gatorade. Your whole team's going to get a Gatorade. And so the very first possession, we had a dribble at, we had a post up, we had a ball passed inside, we did a Laker cut, and we got a layup. All right? And ever since after that, the kids all got excited. They got their Gatorade after practice, but they got all excited. Ever since we introduced that in practice, the girls have since called it the Gatorade. So if we're coming down the floor and as coaches, we want to see a Laker cut just to mix things up, or players can make that decision themselves, they just call it Gatorade. It's kind of funny how kids can rename things like that, but it was very effective, and we've scored a lot of baskets on the Gatorade.